I'm tall and finding clothes to fit me is very difficult, and absolutely it is. So whether you're tall, whether you're petite, you know, if you're plus size and petite, or, you know, it gets even harder. So anybody who isn't mass manufacturing standard finds it hard to buy clothes. So I can tell you I have the same sort of issues with short people, tall people, large busts. When I had a really large bust, I found it almost impossible to buy clothes off the rack because they just weren't making things to fit my bust. So don't think that you're alone. Often we can think that I'm the only one who struggles. Most people struggle. Now, there are some brands, and I do have a blog post that has a tall, you know, where to go shopping if you're tall. Go online, search for, you know, clothes for tall women, and you'll start to find places that actually do, you know, long-legged versions and long-bodied versions. You'll also find that some brands are better than others. So some brands will cut longer through the body, or the legs as well. So, and some brands will cut shorter. So you just have to ignore the brands that cut shorter and go for the ones that tend to cut longer. Another alternative is to start making your own clothes. And I think this is why so many people have started turning to sewing themselves or going to a dressmaker to have things made. You know, a few really well-made pieces by a dressmaker, whether you're short, tall, or just don't fit into things regularly because maybe you've got a very different waist to hip ratio, whatever that might be, that you find finding things to fit a struggle. You know what? It's not as expensive as you may think. We often assume having something made is going to be horrendously expensive, but quite often it's about the same price as many of the kind of what I'd call mid-level high street mall chain stores that you get. So often that can be the way to actually get something that you love that actually fits you, rather than trying on millions of different things and traipsing around from store to store. It's way less stress, way less hassle. But go online. There's so much more online than there is available in stores. So if you are petite or tall, there's often way more available to you online than there is in the regular chain stores as well. So do go those options, and also think about either making things yourself or having things made, and you'll find that you struggle so much less, because mass manufacturing is about getting the maximum number of bodies into a garment. It does not mean it is going to fit you. There is nothing wrong with your body. The clothes are not made to fit you. So don't expect to be able to always find things. Like yesterday I was talking to a client and she had a very different body shape to me. And I said, you know, we would both assume that we could walk into X store, Witchery, Country Road, whatever it might be in Australia, and that we would pick up a pair of pants in our size and we should both be able to try it on and fit us. But she was an A shape, which is like the pear shape, versus I am an H shape, which is a straight up and down. I don't have a defined waist. We've got very different body shapes. It cannot possibly fit us both. And thinking that it could is kind of crazy, really, when you think about it. So do assume that you'll have to get alterations. And this is why learning to sew or have things made, those sorts of things, is going to make your life so much easier, particularly if you are outside of manufacturing standards. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.